us move on to the West. So the first team we're going to go over is the Clippers. Now, the Clippers have been championship favorites ever since PG and Kawhi have gotten there 2 years ago. And each year, last year they kind of, they disappointed with the giving up the 3-1 lead, and Luka was Luka and brought him back. This year, they at least made it to the conference finals, which is the biggest step that the other team in LA has ever made in their history. Obviously, I think we both know the biggest thing they need is a point guard. But what kind of moves do you think the Clippers need to solidify themselves as a favorite in the West?
I'm not even sure how possible it's going to be now with Kawhi, because they're saying he's probably going to be out for the entire year. So
really? Oh, yeah.
Wow. So without him, I don't know that they can. I don't even know if they can replicate what they did this year, especially if they're not going to be able to bring back Reggie Jackson. I don't know how much money they're going to have because they paid $40 million to Kennard, $60 million to the wrong Morris twin. I mean, the Lakers, I don't know how they were able to sign the other Morris twin for the minimum, get the same amount of production that the Clippers got out of third Morris twin, Marcus. Marcus for $60 million. That's just highway robbery. And also, I'm a closet Clipper fan, and so that really hurt my heart when I saw that. Those were the moves they were making. And then Kennard can't even come off the bench.
Right, and they got Ibaka still there, who's making $9 million, who should come back. I really like their center right now that used to be a Laker. His name's Zubac. I like him. I mean, I think he's a piece. I don't think he's a star or even a starter. He should be coming off the bench. Ibaka will probably be the starter, if he can stay healthy. But I think there's some guys that they could bring in free agency that might not be as expensive as a Reggie Jackson. And one of the guys that I'm eyeing for them used to play in LA, which is Lonzo Ball. Lonzo is going to be an unrestricted free agent. I don't think he's going to really be able to demand a lot of money in the free market, just because he hasn't played extremely well no matter where he's gone. And I think, if he signs a short-term deal, a 1 or 2 year deal, just to prove that he could, play and then really try to make big money, he could be somebody who can play defense on whatever the guard is, but also stretch the floor a little bit, be able to run the offense outside of Paul George and Kawhi. Now, obviously, if Kawhi is gone for the season, who knows if they could do anything. Maybe they just give up on this season and try to save as much money as possible, generate some draft picks, so on and so forth. But let's assume Kawhi is healthy. What do you think they need to take this team to the next level?
Take the next step. So I do agree with you. It's got to be a point guard. They need somebody who can replicate what Reggie Jackson did, which it's a couple. A guy we didn't mention who will be a restricted or an unrestricted free agent this year is Spencer Dinwiddie. Mm-hmm. He could be nice for them because I feel like he could do a lot of those similar things. The only thing I don't like about Lonzo Ball for that fit is Reggie Jackson wasn't afraid to take shots. Right, Lonzo sometimes won't take shots. He's looking more to set people up.
Right,
which is not going to help them when Paul George is going into one of his funks, or if Kawhi's out. They need a guy that can score and produce. So let's see, Dinwiddie. I mean, we've said Dragic. I mean, he would be a good fit there. Even Conley or Lowry could also be good fits there too.
Right. I think that like you said, they're going to be kind of hamstrung with how much they could actually pay anybody. But Clippers really got to do something because they talk so much mess in LA. And, if they just all of a sudden that they make it to the conference finals, and then this season, if Kawhi's gone for the year, that's going to be, guys like me who are Laker fans won't, you Clipper fans.
So much trash to Laker fans like you. It's Clipper City now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, where's that banner? I don't see it anywhere.
I had to take it down.